Saçma. Bak. Tamam sen.
Hello everyone. It's really great to be here with an organization presented by ITU Blockchain. It's feel really proud to see that one of our university blockchain organizes this kind of a comprehensive event. So I would like to thank you to the team on behalf of my guest also. My name is Baki. I'm a co-founder of Clay. We are building a wallet solution. Also, some of the people in the Turkish ecosystem knows me as DeFi Library because I was producing lots of contents about the DeFi in the last 3 years, and that's how I got into this space. Today, I have very valuable guests here to talk about the Turkish crypto ecosystem. We will going to delve into details, different aspects of the development and evolvement of the Turkish crypto ecosystem. But first of all, welcome everybody.
Thank you.
I would like to give you an opportunity to introduce yourself to the crowd, then we can dive into the questions.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Doruk İşmen. Actually, I'm really proud of this conference because I'm the founder of ITU Blockchain. So, like, it's really exciting to see ITU Blockchain make this event as big as much and effective and as much as they can. Now I am Turkey country lead for Scroll, as this guys. Scroll is a L2 ZK EVM, and we are focusing on emerging countries. That's why I'm really excited for this panel because Turkey is one of the most focused markets in the crypto ecosystem. So thanks again.
Hi everyone, my name is Kaan. First of all, also a big shout out to all organizers of this event. It's amazing to see a university club organizing such an event in this scale, and hoping the rest of the week will follow as smoothly, and it will be a nice week for everyone. To introduce myself, I'm working at the Ethereum Foundation since 2 years. I'm working on a project called Sourcify. In short, Sourcify does source code verification, which the one you see like when you verify your contract on Etherscan and you can see the source code. We do that in open source and decentralized way. In general, I was also been involved in the DEVCON process and trying to support as much as I can the Turkish ecosystem. Then we can talk about in details in the rest of the talk.
Hi everyone, my name is Turan Sert, and first of all I would like to thank you for all coming here to listen to us, and to the organizers, the ITU Blockchain. I really appreciate all their work, and I hope that their work would be a role model for other blockchains. Actually it is, but hopefully more other blockchains in the Turkish ecosystem, blockchain clubs of the other universities. I'm a consultant myself, actually doing consulting work for several companies and a couple of research centers as well. And the way I'm trying to actually help the ecosystem is I'm a researcher and a writer, and I do write several articles, and actually I combine those articles into 2 books, both in Turkish. Sort of you can translate it like questions in blockchain, the first one, and the second one is questions on DeFi. So that's how I'm trying to help out the ecosystem, sort of improving the awareness and kind of give everyone a basic understanding of what blockchain is and what DeFi is. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah. It's really an honor to share this stage with you guys. Before diving into the Turkish ecosystem, I know that everyone has a different path while they are entering the blockchain ecosystem and Ethereum. So it makes it valuable and unique to listen these experiences. So I would like to start with Turan Sert. How did you get in the blockchain ecosystem, and especially how did you attracted by the Ethereum ecosystem and its values? What was your journey? What was the triggering point for you to shift your career into this site?
Sure. I'm coming from a traditional background. I used to be, in my past, like, I used to be an auditor and then an investment banker and then a management consultant and then an investment manager and sort of like going through all different types of traditional corporate world. And then in 2016, I started my own, business, which didn't go well. We shut it down in 2019. But during that time, I kind of bumped into the whole crypto ecosystem. In the beginning, I was trying to understand what it is, and kind of like Bitcoin was kind of like this crypto, kind of shady stuff and whatnot. And I was more on that, the initial, blockchain is good, but Bitcoin is bad type of, this corporate speak type of like, I was exposed to that whole mentality. But once I get into it, as my background is finance and technology, obviously the blockchain whole technology and finance being the major use case of blockchain actually drew my attention. And once I got into the rabbit hole, I felt like I didn't understand anything, like nothing. It was like I was reading and reading and like nothing came out. So I said, okay, if I really want to learn about it, I need to write about it. Because writing is kind of like exposing yourself to the other world, the outside. So it's like when you write, you kind of like try to do things in a proper way, otherwise people won't get it. And the other thing is, all the readings that I was reading, like there's nothing in Turkish, so I decided to actually write in Turkish, sort of like explaining myself to the Turkish community. But the other thing is like all the things that I was reading was like mostly technical, assuming that the reader knows something about blockchain, and I was like kind of like lost. So I started from the very basic, very basic stuff for people like a university student or a professional who has no idea about blockchain, and kind of like trying to understand it. And not from a technical perspective, because I'm not a technical person, I'm from a business perspective. So like talking about use cases and like kind of like using analogies or like from the real life sort of trying to explain it that way. And actually that's a difficult part because when you start writing basic, you kind of like see the gaps in your arguments better. Because when you switch to the more complex, advanced side, you usually lose the audience and they don't question you because they don't understand what you're writing. So anyway, so that's how I actually, by writing about this and like publishing posts on Medium, I started the blockchain whole thing. And then one thing led to other. Someone asked me to actually, someone who's trying to build up the ecosystem actually asked me to put those things into writing, into a book. So that's how I published my book. And then after that, one thing led to other. I got, people reached out to me and asked me if I would be a consultant to them. And that's how I got into the system. Like I literally, like startups, they do pivot themselves. I pivoted my career. Luckily for you, you're like mostly in the university, so you're in the beginning of the careers. But like for me, it was like after a long time, just pivoting myself to the blockchain. I think that was like 2018 or 2019. And I never regretted even 1 second of it. So I'm really glad that I actually moved to that space.
Yeah, it's great. So we can clearly understand that improving yourself, developing yourself in blockchain space and trying to learn stuff, tell people about this, it's very crucial because still it's a new space, so it's easy to stand against the crowd, so you can get into ecosystem in very well. So you guys, I know that Doruk, you involved lots of growth roles, ecosystem building, including ITU blockchain, and Kaan, you are on the developer side. I would like to hear your journey as well. Doruk, you can start and we can hear from
I'm happy to jump, yeah. Yeah, I think I started my crypto 2017, before the 2018 bull run. And firstly, I only invested in crypto, and I think that's the whole, everybody's story, right? Like everybody starts with investing, and after that, they understand the future of crypto, and with that vision, they want to build something, or they want to become a different type than investor. So I was the same. I really similar journey, and after the understanding of crypto is the future and change the whole world, I wanted to have the brightest minds in my site. That's why I found the Turkey's first blockchain club, ITU blockchain, and with that community we can have the great community, because at those times, like 2018, 2017, there were only traders, and like we have really few builders on those times. And with ITU blockchain and with other blockchain clubs, right now we have many different builder community and real projects thanks to those blockchain clubs. And yeah, after I found ITU blockchain, I joined KPMG. Yeah, I'm a corporate guy. That was those times. Sorry about that.
You forgot the name?
Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't proud of it, but yeah, that's my journey. And after that, I've been in some early stage projects, early stage startups, which is one of it, like 1 lira is a stable coin, Turkish lira pegged stable coin. I was the head of marketing. I started the whole thing from the bottom. And again, after that, I joined Bybit as their market launcher. And after that, I joined DYDX Foundation. But after DYDX decision to become app chain on Cosmos, actually, I like Cosmos. I'm not sure you like it, but I like Cosmos. I like their community, but like those guys, Ethereum guys, are amazing, and I always want to be in that space. So I think we should focus on more in Turkey to Ethereum more, I guess. So it's good to be back, and now I'm the country lead for Scroll, which is fully aligned Ethereum. So
deeper, the more interested I get. I also have a lot of interest in economics. I actually wanted to maybe study economics. Thankfully, I didn't. I completed my computer science degree. And after my degree and I went to Munich for studying masters in computer science, and I continued doing work there. I did a part-time job in Max Planck Institute on an experimental blockchain. Then finally, after my graduation, I got the position in EF, and yeah, there we are.
And what about you?
Actually, my story is very aligned with you. I start with curiosity about the DeFi, and like you, I didn't understand anything at first. It was end of the 2019, so I decided to write that. I created the DeFi library newsletter, and it's actually, again, one thing led another. Then I quit my corporate job and now building in the crypto space. So that's why I truly understand your journey and the importance of acting for yourself and the good result that you can get from that. Actually, I want to continue with the Kaan. So you work for Ethereum Foundation, and as Doruk mentioned, there is some values that Ethereum and its community is very careful about. It's like decentralization, trust assumption, accessibility for everyone, and more. How do you think that all of these align with Turkey? Do we need which aspect of the Ethereum? So I'm sure that it might affect your decision to work at Ethereum, because we all got lessons from our own experiences, our own struggles. So how do you see this topic?
Yeah, right. So in Ethereum, basically what we are trying to build, in essence, is open source finance and accessible permissionless finance. This also means this is a completely global ecosystem by default, and this also brings access to everyone in the world. In that sense, Turkey, being a developing country, has a big potential here that a lot of people can benefit being part of a global ecosystem, both personally as career opportunities and also institutionally or country-wise. That it's a let's say in Turkish we say the train that hasn't been taken off. Like it's still, there's a lot potential here and it's not matured yet, so that if we can start now in a good way, then we can be one of the important players. So in that sense, it's a good field that we should focus on. Yeah, I think that's the main thing. Apart from that, the values, I would say, of Ethereum, like open source, permissionless, decentralization, trustlessness, these are especially things institutionally that we struggle in Turkey, that we need like functioning institutions. What Ethereum and blockchains allow us to do, in a sense, is we create digital institutions that we know how they will work and that they will be fair, that they will be open for everyone and give access to everyone. So these are the things I think that attract most of the Turkish crowd to Ethereum and blockchain ecosystem.
I would like to add like something. It's really a small thing, but I think it's really important as impact. In each Ethereum community's conferences, there are volunteers, and you can see here also some volunteers from ITU Blockchain and even different universities in Istanbul. And with those volunteers, like thanks to those events can be happened, but for themselves, for volunteer sites, it can be a great impact on their life cycle too, because they can meet really important person in those community events, in conferences, in like basically you can meet with speakers and many different people. So it's really great to take that ability into Turkish community also. Like that's Ethereum vision, like volunteers, and after that volunteers will become Ethereum contributors, and maybe after that they can be like really professionals in crypto ecosystem. So it's a great path for their working life.
Yeah.
So let me add one thing as well, because that was like related to your first question. You asked about what actually led me to be interested in Ethereum. I think that's like the core values, as Kaan mentioned, being open, permissionless, neutral system. I mean, these are like things that are like, as someone coming from the, the for-profit world, was like fully for-profit world, having been exposed to all those Web2 systems which are closed, trying to, trying to capture the customer, I'm not going to say user perspective. Ethereum was like having those ethos and seeing that actually the foundation and the community is actually working toward those ethos and like trying to improve themselves. Even like we had a presentation, I had a presentation yesterday about the monetary policy of the Ethereum, and like while preparing that presentation, I was looking at the improvements that Ethereum is planning for, for the future, and these are all about, making it more decentralized and more scalable, so that it's something they are hoping to become, as the initial. They don't like to say it like the being a world computer, which is, perhaps they don't like that terminology anymore, but like someone that anyone can use, something that anyone can use, knowing that they will not be censored or there won't be any bias while they're using it. So it's like, and I think corporates are actually seeing that as well, and that's why you see more and more corporates, when they're doing something, obviously the community is very important. They do know that there's community here, so that there's an audience when they actually present something, but also they do know that they can freely use that with on a natural, neutral, infrastructure. I think that's very important. That's why, going forward, this I'm expecting it to be. We are still like at the very early stage of the things. Like, I mean, I was talking to someone, and today I'm not going to name his name, but like he said, it's been 7 years, and we're still talking about these things. I said, 7 years is nothing, or like 8 years is nothing when you compare the whole, the technology, how it developed, or like the finance institutions, how it developed. We are like at the very baby steps, and that's why this is like a big opportunity here for those listeners who actually are exploring and like thinking and deciding if they would like to get into here or not into this area. I think I would love to be a 20-year-old right now and like get into this area right now. So it's like, it's amazing the opportunities when you think of it.
Yeah, I'm assuming that there are lots of lucky person here, very young, introduced to Ethereum blockchain and its values, so we can extract really good impacts for us, for our community, for our country, and globally, I hope. So actually, we all worked together last year to bring DevCon here, but we bring the DevConnect, and it's the first big event in Turkey. There are hundreds of teams here gathering, networking, one-day meetups, conferences. It's an amazing opportunity. It's just not 1 week. There was lots of events started last week as well. So how do you see these type of opportunities shaping Turkish ecosystem, Turkish builders, or the participation from Turkish community using more blockchain stuff or learning it? What's the real impact here to having these events in Turkey? Doruk?
Okay, I can jump. I think like we have few different aspects this DevConnects and similar events impact, but the first thing is, unfortunately, Turkish ecosystems and like general Turkish people don't have much like financial stability in the country, and our Turkish lira doesn't have a really great value against other foreign currencies. That's why for Turkish people it's really hard to go to a different place, go to a different country and join a conference in that country. So I think first thing, it's great to host those global events in Istanbul. It's a like number one benefit for the Turkish community because they can't go the events outside, but they can definitely come to Istanbul because it's really easy for them. Second thing is, I think with these kind of global events, these kind of big events, there are many brilliant minds in crypto ecosystem. Like definitely key opinion leaders are here, right? Istanbul, like Vitalik here, like Tim Beyko here, like Justin Drake here, like really biggest minds of Ethereum are here. So with this benefits, the whole Turkish community, all Turkish people can meet with them, can brain dump them, can learn from them, and yeah, like they can change their life again with meeting with someone, with learning a thing from some guy, some Ethereum leader. So I think those two things are really important for the Turkish ecosystem, and I'm really proud and excited for this week, DevCon week. Hope it will be a huge impact for Turkish ecosystem.
I want to touch on the individual perspective, how this can affect their lives, I would say. What I like calling this butterfly effect, and because this week and these events are pretty special in that sense, it can shape your life in a really impactful way. Like we like giving the example of last 1.5 years ago, a meetup here that when we met Doruk and some other people for the first time, that led to the proposal and maybe brought the DevConnect event here. Both like that affecting the whole country and also individually, like these events is when you get exposed to new ideas and new people, and you actually never know how it will affect the rest of your life. So my advice would be in that sense to make the most of the week for everyone, and these are the chances that these can be the breakpoints for your life, and make the most, like be curious, talk to people, go to events, and I think in a couple of years we will see and hear a lot of stories like how these events change their lives. We already see this in Bogota, for example, like last year DevCon, before DevCon and after DevCon, like the Latin American community has been quite active and a lot of people's lives have changed. So I'm hoping like in a couple of years we will start hearing these stories in Turkey as well.
Yep, last year I think it was, Kaan, you made the proposal to the Ethereum Foundations,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Right after
together.
Bogota, and then when I was reading it, and then actually I wrote a piece on CoinDesk International about why DEVCON should come to Istanbul. And at that time, I was mostly close in touch with Ulash, Khan, and Mohammed here, trying to understand it. And actually, while looking at it, so E2 blockchain is obviously the largest blockchain community here. And even, in the past, they have been to a couple of events, international events, and even, global events. I think DEVCON, Bogota, and or even before that as well. And some of them actually is sponsored by a couple of corporates here, which is great actually. And then, even though a couple of people going there, participating in the hackathons, actually getting awards on those hackathons, and the way it actually affects others here, when you see that, the butterfly effect, when you see that effect, expanding and, exponentially growing in the community, you feel like it's something like this event would have like exponential impact on the whole community, hopefully. And as Khan said, I think we will see that going forward. We will see that, the relationships that are built here. People, when they go and talk to people, perhaps, I would recommend you all go to the booths, talk to the people, not even booths, go to the, actual talks. After the talk, just approach the person, the speakers, ask them questions, so that way you will get more exposed. And believe me, do not think that, oh, I don't know anything. So just go and if you have any, even if it's a basic question, just ask it. Have the courage to ask it to them, because sometimes easy questions are actually the most difficult to solve. And sometimes we just get too much into detail and kind of lose the big picture. So in that sense, these activities, and there are 50 of them the whole week. So we are just in the second day of the week. So just go and look around and talk to people. I think that's the best way to actually benefit from the whole event.
Yeah, absolutely. So actually, in current state, we are growing our developer community. We are producing more products coming from Turkish teams. We have university clubs. They are organizing this type of events. It's huge. So corporates are getting into blockchain space, as you mentioned. So while we are increasing our communication or participation to global network, what should we expect from Turkey in terms of the involvement and development in the Ethereum block space? So what's your prediction for the next 5 years, or what's your success metric? Let's say 5 years later, you are looking at that state and comparing with today. What makes you more happy? What would you like to see it?
Unicorn? Maybe Turkish unicorn?
That's everyone's wish.
Yeah, maybe I can start first. Yeah, as you said, from blockchain clubs, we have so many great projects like Clave, Clave's team, mostly including ITU blockchain guys. And we have Chainway. Chainway is mostly from Boğaziçi University. And we have few others great blockchain club-based projects. So I think in 5 or 10 years, I can see more projects will come from blockchain clubs. I can say that. And now, I think Scroll, actually, few ecosystems, layer 2s or layer 1s, they're focusing on Turkey because they know we have talent, we have great minds, but the thing is we don't have proper channels that's let's say, capital. Because when you look the Turkish ecosystem's investments, it's nothing comparing to whole crypto space. For that thing, we need help from outside, and L2s, L1s, and other ecosystem builders are trying to focus on Turkish ecosystem. So it's pretty important, I guess, because we need to have the equal opportunity with other projects, other outside projects. And with these help, I can say, in 5 and 10 years, I can see we have thousands maybe. It's pretty ambitious, maybe. No, not thousands. Let's say 10. Yeah, let's say 10. I can say 10. In 5 or 10 years, I can see we will have like 10 important projects in the crypto ecosystem from Turkey, and I will support as much as I can with those projects in any way.
I'll give a short and numeric metric, try to give a numeric metric. I will say in 3 years we have like 100 developers and then 50 million in investment. Let's see.
5-0.
5-0.
That's it.
I think so.
In 5
In
years.
5 years.
I
3
wouldn't
years.
call
In
it
3 years.
success.
3 years.
Actually, well,
3 years.
Okay.
5 years, I'll have more. More
I
expectations.
mean, like, if it's less than 100, I wouldn't call it a success, to be quite honest. I mean, I agree, we do have the talent, but unfortunately our talent is more like, as a country, we have this short-termism.
Yeah.
I mean, like, trying to actually get quick rather than build something. So that's, I think, one of the problems we have. But for investment, you need to actually build, and like, the thing is that we do have the talent, as I said. So I think Doruk has a huge mission here in that sense, as part of the scroll here, trying to build the community here to help out the ecosystem in that sense. And yeah, I mean, 5, 10, 100, 200, I think should be easy, should be easily be actually go into the projects here, and then and a couple of unicorns in 5 years, why not?
Couple of, just not
Wow.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really ambitious.
Yeah, hopefully.
Just think about the
In
development.
Turkish lira or US dollar?
Of course, US dollar. Why would I say that?
If it's Turkish lira, that's
If it's
okay.
Turkish lira, well, I'm not going to get into the devaluation of the currency going forward for 5 years. I'm not going to speculate on that.
Great. So I would like to add one point to that. Yes, I agree that we have great talent, and I'm sure that in the 5 years we are going to produce so many good products that will be used globally. And what I hope is actually the adoption of the crypto in Turkey, and in terms of the regulation, we need to somehow support the crypto in our daily lives, because it makes it so many things easier, and if we can start use it in our daily lives, then we can see the real problems, so that we can give these talents to problems to solve. In that way, they can be unicorn. They can, if they solve the problem here, they can solve problem in, I don't know, Latin America, Africa, other developing countries, and even the developed countries. They have the sort of lots of fintech problems. Their banks are not that good. So we have lots of problems, but we need to face it in a daily manner so that we can really touch the people's life for that. So I believe we should wrap up here.
By the way, what's your KPI for 5 and 10 years?
I really wish that we have at least 10 teams working globally.
Okay.
But my one wish is to the government to allow crypto payments in Turkey. So I don't have any KPI, but I can say that, let's say, 50 billion transaction volume yearly in Ethereum after 5 years.
But that
It's
government government allowing payments is probably a very low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
As far as I heard, this was like, even like people from government, I heard that they say that's like some miscalculated or unfortunate event from the Central Bank of Turkey that they banned it, like,
Yeah.
throughout the whole industry. I mean, I'm hoping that will be coming soon. So.
By the way, for foreigners, that's the only crypto regulation in Turkey. You can't trade anything with crypto in real life.
Yeah.
So that's only the regulation, and it's like, yeah, I can say anything.
One rule.
Banning everything, right? Yeah.
One rule to
Yeah.
rule them all.
I think we should wrap up. If you have any last few words, we would like to hear. Otherwise, I would like to thank the audience and you, and of course the IT blockchain for this opportunity for this event. Thanks so much for listening. I hope that we will meet in a more frequent way with this type of events with global participation.
Okay. Maybe we can wait a minute. Thank you for the great discussion on Turkish Crypto Ecosystem. Is there any questions to our panelists?
Oh, sorry. I forgot to ask that.
Okay, it's not a problem.
Yeah,
you can
question.
ask. Can we get a microphone there?
Oh, there's. Halime bak çalışıyor. Halim çalışıyor. Really?
Technical problem.
Okay, I think we have one more in the backside. Maybe we can take that. Yeah.
I think
Well,
blockchain
so-
will help also this issue.
Awesome.
Oh,
So,
Transaction success.
thank you so much for the presentation. It was wonderful. So, I'm Haluk Gül, the founder of Boğaziçi DAO, and I'm curious as to how you think these communities can grow, because currently we're creating a more of an organic structure where we're like selectively qualifying talents, onboarding them and creating personalized plans so that they can develop like 10 times, 20 times faster. So I'm curious as to how you think this can be growth in a more professional manner. How can we potentially, like, let's say, get partnerships? I'm curious as to how E2 Blockchain, and shout out to the whole team of this great organization. Like, how can this organization grow? Like, how can we potentially be more professional? Because currently we're a group of like 28 people from Boğaziçi University, and as you guys know, the current state of blockchain is not as bright as E2 Blockchain. So we're trying to do things by ourselves. And I'm curious as to what your suggestions are. Should we like reach out to like organizations like Harvard Blockchain, Oxford Blockchain? Like, should we establish partnerships? Like, how you think we can grow this and onboard more talents from Boğaziçi to Web3 and crypto, so we can supply like fresh talents to the industry? That's my basic question. Thank you. You can answer in Turkish as well. I'm Turkish, by the way. So
Cool.
Well,
Yeah. I want to take on it. I'm also from Boğaziçi, and I know the situation in Boğaziçi, which is unfortunate. But I would say the short answer to this is producing things, just doing things. This can be an event, this can be a video, this can be some side project. The more you do things, the more you produce things out there, the more you'll be around and people will see you. You will get more people and the right people that you want to attract. And I also want to emphasize, like, the partnerships and these like events are kind of overblown. I would say, like, don't jump into every partnership with every project and every chain. Try to, if you have values and if you have like long-term vision, try to stay in that direction and try not to diverge too much, I would say.
Yeah, values is everything, I guess, for being a legitimate community.
Like, to both attract the numbers of people and the right people.
yeah, true. Thank you. So we're currently making events ourselves. Just we don't want to jump into everything too quick. Just like you said, it's better to not be partners with some organizations than not at all. But thank you so much for your suggestion and input. Thank you.
I think there was another question.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
I have two questions. First one is especially for Kaan. How is the working for Ethereum as a contributor? Like, you wake up in the morning and brush your teeth and something.
What happened?
Like, what is the difference between working for company or working for Ethereum contributor?
I won't be able to answer the company part because that was my first full-time job. But in general, working at EF is really different from what I can tell from a traditional company or institution, because in EF we have a lot of autonomy. Like I'm the head of Sourcify project, and I have almost all the decisions about my project. Like there is no there is no hierarchy that I have to report regularly, or like usually it's me and my teammate that are making decisions, and the teams are really like islands. Like everyone does their own thing in their own scope, and every now and then we get together, but those are usually just get-togethers and nothing like in a corporate way. It's quite flat, quite autonomous, and a really different organization.
Okay, my second question is for all speakers. Okay, we have limited time for this week, and we need to attend to get the profit as soon as possible. And before we die, which events we should attempt?
I think it depends on expectation. What do you expect from yourself?
For developers.
For development.
Yeah, maybe everyone can say their favorite event for the rest of the week.
I don't know. I haven't seen the events yet, but like I really like the Abstract Istanbul today. Yeah. The speak. I kind of like. I mean, again, depending on what you are. If there's a specific area developer, you are a developer, and if there's obviously you need to pick accordingly. I'm more a generalist myself, so I kind of like try to pick out the panels. So there are like 4 or 5 different people from different, projects. So it's like that way you can just compare them and try to understand their philosophy, compare and contrast. So again, that's my way of looking at it. L2 Days is like a huge conference as far as I see. There are like big ones like L2 Days and then small ones like the others. Yeah, and I'm also looking forward to the, anyway, I'm not going to name the names. So there are like so many of them.
If you are interested in the societal aspects of the blockchains, I would say you can go to DPACT. I think it's tomorrow. It's also organized by locals. Also a nice opportunity to meet the Turkish network who are working on this space, on societal part. As a developer, maybe Solidity Summit, that's also probably yesterday, if you're especially into blockchain development. If you are a designer, there is the Web3 UX unconference on Thursday, as far as I know. That's also really interesting. It's an unconference way, which is like self-organized, not having a strict schedule. That's a really good opportunity to really connect with people in the whole day. And finally, the Wallet Uncon, which is also another unconference, if you are in these. But again, it's all about what you are looking for. The schedules are, the point of the whole week is like you have like the verticals, like you have the like focus events, and you pick to choose which is closest to you.
I think like my favorite ones are definitely L2 Days because like so is L2, so I need to know what are they doing. I'm not sure Pragma Istanbul has a great agenda, but is it going or is it cancelled? You know?
No, it's going on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Pragma Istanbul is a great one, I can say. And I'm not sure, did you sign up for ETH's global hackathon? But if you are a developer, like that's the best way you can develop yourself. You can be a hacker in those hackathons. So you should definitely go there.
One thing you can try if you don't have the tickets yet, just show up there and try to show your enthusiasm. They usually want people to get in because there's usually less people than the quota.
Yeah, definitely. My suggestion would be different than these ones. On Thursday, there will be evolutions, which includes discussions for account abstraction and intentions. So it's probably a more technical stuff, but will be deep dive on this topic. So if you are curious about this, just show up to Planet on Thursday. So I'm hoping that it will be a great event. Also, the Wallet Uncon is a great opportunity to see the problems of UX, wallets, and how we can overcome this. So I will also give a speech during the Wallet Uncon. So it's going to be very short speeches, but lots of discussions, I guess. So I highly suggest for you to attend that on Friday as well.
Okay, thank you. Please express our gratitude to our panelists. Again, thanks again.